Welcome back, students. Today we shall transform a few more sentences from active voice to passive voice. Now, these sentences which are there on the board are neither assertive nor interrogative. We have already discussed how voice change takes place in case of assertive sentence and in case of interrogative sentence. Therefore, in today's class, we shall know how an imperative sentence is transformed into passive voice. Now, before we go ahead, let us remember once again what we mean by an imperative sentence. Now, students, an imperative sentence is used to order, advise, or request. Now, these sentences always begin with main verbs. Now, as you can see here, we have here three sentences, and all the three sentences have begun with a main verb. Look at the first sentence, students. Call the boy. Now, call, we all know, is a main verb. In the second one, shut the door. Shut the front door. Shut is once again a main verb. And in the third one, we have help, which is a main verb. Now, these sentences always begin with main verbs. And what about the subject of an imperative sentence? Is there no subject? No, subject is there, but it is understood, and the subject is you. It is not placed, it is not written, it is understood. We all know that there is a subject, you, in the beginning, which is not written, it is understood, and therefore an imperative sentence seems to be beginning with a main verb. That is why we say that imperative sentences always begin with main verbs. Okay, now let us transform these sentences from active to passive. Now, for transformation, for transforming each of the sentences from active to passive, we know we have a particular rule, we have a formula for an imperative sentence. What is that? Let plus object plus be plus past participle and plus complement if any. Okay, once again let me repeat. Let plus object plus be plus past participle. This much if you keep in your mind, it will do. Okay, let us see the first sentence here. Now, the verb which we have here is call. Call is the verb and the boy is the object. As we have discussed earlier, there is no subject in the sentence. In fact, in an imperative sentence, there is no subject. The subject is there, but it is understood, and therefore the sentence seems to be starting with a main verb. Okay, we have here a verb and an object, and the formula or the rule which I have said to you, and we have discussed it in our live classes also. It is let plus object plus be plus past participle. So let us write let in the beginning. Okay, so let. Now object will come. What is the object? The boy. So let the boy, and now be to be added. Let the boy be, because our formula is let plus object plus be plus past participle. So be we have added, and this verb will go at the end in the form of past participle. So the past participle form of the verb call, yes students, we all know the three forms are call, called and called. So let us write called here. So here we have transformed the first sentence from active voice to passive voice. The question here is call the boy, and the answer has become let the boy be called. Now there is one more method in which we can answer these imperative sentences. What is that? We have discussed it already. Now if you don't want to use this formula, that is let plus object plus be plus past participle, you can go in the other way also, that is you are ordered to or you are advised to be placed in the beginning, and whatever is given in the sentence, in the question, has to be copied down. So if we had gone in that way, the answer would have been you are ordered to or you are advised to, then this will be copied, call the boy. You are ordered to, call the boy, or you are advised to, call the boy. This way we could have done also. Now this is one process, that is the other process. You may take up any of the methods you like and whichever seems to be easier to you. Now look at the second question, students. Shut the front door. Once again we have here the verb shut. The verb is shut, and the entire part, the front door, this is the object part. So shut is the verb and the front door is the object. And once again, following the same process, let to be put in the beginning. Let, now the object will come, the front door. Let the front door. And now the three forms of the verb shut is the same. Shut, shut and shut. The three forms are same. So the past participle form will again be shut. So the question we have here is shut the front door. The answer has become let the front door, be shut. It will be shut. B I have forgotten to add. So let the front door be shut, because the formula is let plus object plus be, and then will come the past participle form of the verb. Using this process or the other one, you are advised to or you are ordered to shut the front door. So you may follow any one of these two rules. Look at the third one. Now the third one is different from the first two, because this is considered to be a request. Why so? We have here an adverb please. Now whenever you get adverbs like please or kindly in an imperative sentence, you have to consider the sentence to be a request. And if it is a request, the formula that we use is you are requested to for an affirmative sentence and you are requested not to for a negative sentence. Now here we have an affirmative sentence or a positive sentence. There is no negative marker. Had there been some negative marker, we would have used you are requested not to. But this is a positive sentence, we have to use you are requested to. Now in case of request, we don't use the formula let plus object plus be plus past participle. Here simply we use the rule you are requested to or you are requested not to for a negative sentence. So let us answer this. You are requested to, and now we have to copy whatever is there in the question, that is help me. Now the adverb please will not be repeated in the passive voice because it will be there in the question and it will help us recognize the sentence to be a request. That much only. It is not repeated, it is not copied in the passive voice. So the question we have here is help me please, and the answer has become you are requested to help me. So this way we transform imperative sentences from active voice to passive voice. I hope all of you have understood the things very clearly. See you all in the next class. Thank you.